What's going on, everybody? It's the Bull Show, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, in all honesty, I do not have a lot of energy, built up to make this type of video as the Bulls once again lose to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves blown out the Chicago Bulls, and we'll be talking about that in this video. And again, I don't have the energy, but unlike the Bulls, I'm actually going to try in this video. I'm going to try and talk about this game and see, what type of video will come out of this situation, because again, a 4-game losing streak for the Chicago Bulls. 2 out of their last 8 games they've won, 2 out of their last 8 games, and another embarrassing performance. And again, it could be completely different things that makes us lose a game, but the fact of the matter is, we cannot find a hope in the world right now for this Bulls team to actually win a game. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls' overall performance. And again, do you see any hope in this team? I guess that's the question I've been asking a lot these days. We lost this game 150 to 126. I was kind of in autopilot mode for most of this game until the very end, because I saw 3 timeouts by Billy Donovan at the very end of the game that really just pissed me off, because I wanted this game to end. I wanted this game to be over and done with, move on into the next game and see what we can do. Billy Donovan did his best Jim Boylan impression today, calling timeouts in absolutely unnecessary circumstances. But yeah, look, extremely annoying performance. And I want to read out a couple of things that actually happened in this game to kind of put into perspective how this game went. Minnesota didn't have Rudy Gobert or Karl Anthony Towns, so again, this loss is 10 times as worse because they didn't have 2 of their best players. But they played a better way, in my opinion, when those 2 were out. They played 5 out. They played all 5 guys at the 3-point line, and this team just could not have a prayer in mind to actually play defense in this game. And again, 150 points scored in this game by the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'll give all the credit in the world for Minnesota. They had no Rudy Gobert, they had no Karl Anthony Towns, and they looked like an absolutely dominating team. Offensively and defensively, they were absolutely strong. Yes, technically, 126 points for the Bulls is not the greatest defensive night from the Timberwolves, but man, their offense, contested, wide open, pick and rolls, dunks, 3-pointers, anything they could want, anything they could possibly dream of, they got. And this is a common theme right now for the Chicago Bulls. We saw it against the Knicks. We saw it against the Hawks as well. Teams just have the absolute confidence to have great shooting games against the Bulls. And let's kind of take a deeper dive into that. I think Minnesota, on statistics, they make around 10.8 attempts from the 3-point line, 10.8 makes from the 3-point line. I think they broke that in the first half. They had more than 10 3-pointers in the first half, and I believe they had just about 30 3-point shots overall on that night. It's give or take. I don't know the exact stat, but they had about 30 3-point shots in this game. I mean, that's a crazy amount to see, especially from a team that's not considered the best 3-point shooting team. But lo and behold, that's exactly what they brought to the Chicago Bulls, and we could not stop it. And of course, this is the highest amount of points tally we've given to a team all season in the first half of a game. I mean, that speaks volumes to everything that's gone wrong for the Chicago Bulls, hasn't it? Again, it's always different ways that the Bulls lose, but the fact of the matter is the Bulls find ways to lose. And this is another game where the Bulls probably thought this was winnable. We could have walked out of this game with a win. Again, take advantage of the opportunity put in front of you, and the Bulls squandered yet again another opportunity. I will give all the respect to the Timberwolves in the world. I think they were a fun team with their guys fully healthy, but they did the job without their guys healthy. And that is a sign of a good team. Maybe a team that, again, they've not had the greatest starts, but they're a team that, in my opinion, will probably get things going sooner than later. Just how it is. But I don't know if I can say the same thing about the Chicago Bulls. I really can't. I mean, I feel like this team's given up. I mean, was that a performance out there, especially in the second half, that you thought, man, this team's really trying hard, man? I mean, I felt like this team's given up. Even Stacey King says something along the lines of, if you're not going to play defense, go sit next to him and be a commentator, whatever. But it's absurd, the defensive energy that we actually brought into this game. And look, the defense wasn't always our biggest problem. I think it is from sporadic moments in games, but our offense was always the biggest problem. And I still think our offense is a big problem, but defensively today, man, you think this Bulls would have any sort of spark in them after 2 embarrassing home losses to the New York Knicks, overtime losses to Atlanta, overtime loss to the Knicks as well. And again, we are now on a 4-game losing streak, and it's embarrassing to see. I don't know where this team goes. I don't know how much better this team can get. You've seen some stupid things that this Bulls team has done, and I do put a lot of the blame on the coaching staff in this type of game as well. Look, he called 3 really dumb timeouts at the end of the game. I couldn't believe he called them. He must be fuming at that fact, and again, I really wanted that game to end. But let's talk about some of the things that he didn't do. Where was Andre Drummond in this game? I mean, I get it. He's had a struggling moments from time to time, but man, I'm sure we could have used the extra rebounding in this game. It's as simple as that. What's the point in getting one of the better backup centers in the NBA if you're not going to play him? If you're that obsessed with small ball, for crying out loud, go and get a small ball center, please. Please, I'm begging you, go and get a small ball center. Stop wasting your nonsense time with small ball every single time. It's an absolute waste. And I'm not blaming Derek Jones or anything like that for a loss, but the style of play is so annoying to watch. And small ball, I can understand it from the point of view in which they played 5 out. Yeah, you can have small ball, but this team clearly struggled on defense. You got to change something up. And honestly, I've been saying it for a while. This team needs to make trades. This team needs to do a whole bunch of things to make this team actually bearable to watch these days. Because genuinely, I literally have anxiety watching this Bulls team play. I feel like half the time the Bulls are on, I find it hard to sleep, to wake up for these games, because I know what's coming. I know that this Bulls team is going to disappoint. I'm very nervous about every single game. We're losing constantly every single game, blown out every single game. And that's the last thing I want to see. But lo and behold, I'm watching it every single night, every single game. It's in the afternoon for me, actually. But again, every single time that I watch a Bulls game, I know what's coming. And I'm dreading that moment. And again, this team gives me anxiety. I hate watching this team right now. It absolutely sucks. It's a terrible team. Again, you got Bulls Twitter going absolutely crazy. I'm sure all of you guys in the comments will be going absolutely crazy about this loss. It's a bad loss, man. It's a really, really, really bad loss for this team. And there's nothing else to say. This team defensively, again, not being able to pick up their man, not helping enough, leaving the corners open every single possession. It's no wonder the Timberwolves made all the threes that they had, because we made it look easy for them. We gave them this game. We gave them the threes, and they took it, and they made them. So the Bulls should feel ashamed of themselves in every sense of the word, and fair play to Minnesota for capitalizing on a weakened Bulls team. A team that might be, on paper, fully healthy, but a broken, weak-minded team that's absolutely given up on their season. I believe it. I believe this team's given up on their season. I said it in the last video, but I didn't necessarily believe it that much. This game, I believe it. If you're giving up 150 points to any team in the NBA, I believe you've given up on your season, especially when you've lost 3 in a row before that. So, in saying that, congratulations to the Chicago Bulls. You found yet again another way to let your fans down today. And look, the same old quotes will probably come out. And look, where is the front office again? Where are the answers for the front office? Do you know what I think? Man, if this was a game of hide and seek, AK and Eversley, they're winning. Their hiding spots are great. I cannot find them. I cannot see where they are. They're definitely not out in the public eye, that's for sure. They're gone into hiding, man. They're playing the best form of hide and seek they possibly can. And we'll see how long they can hide out for, because they're going to have to take some sort of response towards how this team is playing. And Billy Donovan, again, very, very bad coaching night. Same as always, really. But really, I saw it in this game as well. But again, the players are unbelievably bad right now. And yeah, look, I've said everything I need to say. Congratulations to this Bulls team for letting your fans down once again. Thankfully, this was away from home, so not a lot of Bulls fans wasted their money. But for the ones that did, I apologize for them for coming to a game in Minnesota and wasting their money. And yeah, I think most people are coming to expect this by now. But this is still, even if this was the Bulls on a winning streak and we lost this game, it's a bad loss. Again, they don't have their defensive player, their best defensive player out there. And they don't even have their main scorer out there. Karl-Anthony Towns is averages 26 points per game. And Rudy Gobert is still, even till now, one of the best defenders in the NBA. I apologize. And They both don't play. Even D'Angelo Russell has been seen as a problem for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think if you ask a lot of Timberwolves fans, you would see a couple of people saying that D'Angelo Russell has been a fairly big problem for them, and how his shot selection has not been great, and how they do play better when they have other guys in place of D'Angelo Russell. But it didn't really matter today. He looked like Steph Curry out there, man. He looked like the best version of himself you could possibly ask for, and that's the game that will give a lot of Timberwolves fans confidence that D'Angelo Russell will be fine overall. But yeah, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. Upsetting, devastated, whatever the case may be. The Bulls' record is 11-18. We are very close to a 10-game below 500 record. We are 3 games away. And do you really see us winning the next 3 games? Personally, I do not think we will win the next 3 games. But in saying that, I can't see this Bulls team going on another 3-game losing streak. I can't see the Bulls losing 3 in a row. They're going to have to pick up a win at some stage. But I do want changes to this team made. I want Dalen Terry. How is Dalen Terry? Andre Drummond is a big problem. How is Dalen Terry in... maybe he's not there, I don't know. Maybe he's in the G League, I can't tell. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Fair enough. How has Dalen Terry not got any minutes in this game? I didn't see him. To be honest, I wasn't really looking for him. Maybe he's not there, and fair enough, this argument is absolutely gone to crap. But how is Dalen Terry not getting minutes in this type of game when it's already over? The Bulls have nothing to show for their effort, and we need someone to actually bring some energy into the game in the final ends to actually make us excited for the small 1 minute stretch that he would play. How did he not get any minutes in this game? And Tony Bradley did. Again, I just can't believe how this team is going. And we need more changes. Even if we don't make trades, we need more changes. Dalen Terry should be getting minutes. Simple as that. Again, there are some guys that just need to be out of the rotation completely. I would really, really consider punishing one of the big 3 if I had the chance, man. I know they paid a lot of money to do a lot of things on this team. I would really, really consider punishing one of the big 3 just to make a statement to say, you're not doing your job right. You're playing like complete ass right now, and you need to turn it around. I don't know who it would be, but one of them needs to be punished for their performance, man. I think this big 3 can't play well together, and it's punishing this team, the fact that we continue to see it. So why not chuck one of them onto the bench? But no one has the balls to do that, let's be honest. They're paid a lot of money. I think Vooch is making around $20 million. Zach LaVine's making... God knows how much Zach LaVine's making. I can't be bothered doing the math. DeMar's making $28 million. They're not going to be benched, even if they should be. So... our next game is against the Miami Heat. Miami Heat are struggling. I don't know if they're struggling as bad as the Bulls are, but they're definitely a team that obviously are not what they were last year. Look, we're going to pick up a win somehow. I guess the only positive thing I can take away from the next game against Miami is that we beat Miami without Zach LaVine. But at the same time, I feel like this team had a lot more desire and effort and willingness to actually play the game of basketball. I don't think this team has the same response. And look, they're going to have to respond in one of those games. If we lose 3 in a row, again, I wouldn't be surprised anymore, but I just can't see that happening either. The Bulls are going to have to win eventually. Time is ticking, but they're going to have to win eventually. When it will happen, I don't know, and we'll wait and see. Again, I don't feel the need to scream and shout. I have no energy. I am very sleep deprived because this Bulls team makes me sleep deprived. And we'll move on into the next one. Yeah, let's hope that something changes, man. Again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in another Chicago Bulls video. I don't know how many times I can keep doing this, man. It's painful. It's very, very painful, especially right after the game. Maybe I should take an hour or 2 to actually compose myself while making these videos, but that won't be fun for anybody either. So with all that being said, have a wonderful and safe day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.